bums. Don't bring that weak shit in here.
4, 3, 2, kick it.
Yo, Chico, expose these clowns.
Attention! Boom, watch out! It's time for the Freddie Chico show to begin. Open up your ears and listen close. I'm here for the justice of my people living by the code. Feeling in strong, watching clowns all get exposed. My energy never fade. I'm gonna give them the best of my wordplay. Freddie Chico show. I'm here for the justice of my people living by the code. Feeling in strong, watching clowns all get exposed. My energy never fade. I'm gonna give them the best of my wordplay. Freddie Chico show. I speak for the truth of my people, I will never quit. No fear in my heart, they keep talking while I'm living this. Kneel for the spirit of the fallen, calling Japanese. Got them soldiers always raising up our Fifth Street analysts. They lost in the zone of a fatal state. True facts in the story only carry weight. Keep the grind on your mind each and every day. But don't copy off of mine, eat what's on your plate. Respect to Huey P. and Bobby Seale. Malcolm X and the King, cause the dream is real. What I said, and I mean it all. If you're looking for the real Freddie Chico show, I'm here for the justice of my people living by the code. Feeling in strong, watching clowns all get exposed. My energy never fade. I'ma give them the best of my wordplay. Freddie Chico show. I'm here for the justice of my people living by the code. Feeling in strong, watching clowns all get exposed. My energy never fade. I'ma give them the best of my wordplay. Freddie Chico show.
Welcome to the Freddie Chico show. It is Freddie Chico with shades on. No, I'm not trying to be cool. Gotta fight the migraines. Appreciate my girl, Slightly Annoyed Mixed Chick in the building on Instagram. But let me go ahead and get this started. Welcome to the Freddie Chico show. We're gonna start the timer. Check in. Let me know where you're checking in from. 3 minutes. Rep your city. And we're going to talk about that pink now. I might let purple slide, but pink, that's a violation. And, we're live here on YouTube and Facebook and sort of on Instagram. I don't have it the way I want it yet, but we're going to get there. But we got a hot topic tonight. I've been listening to a lot of recent events. And, Fridays are current events or what y'all want to talk about. No topic off limits. So y'all submit them. I'm going to talk about them. Two people in the chat and Facebook. Let's see if my man on YouTube. left. Where do you hail from? Slightly annoyed mixed chick. What city you repping? Oh, San Francisco. Okay. So it's like, what, 5 o'clock over there? I got you. San Fran. Need to come out there one time. Just one time. My boy Walter's out there. But he drives trucks, so he's all over the place in California. It's cold in California? Wow. Not so much out here. Unless it's raining, it's hot. Sometimes it's warm rain. Alright. Looks like the time is up. Let me check. Yep, time is up. So we're going to get into this topic. Wow, even with the shades, it's still causing the headaches. We got to do something about this. Tonight's topic is, why is violence overlooked or minimized when whites are guilty? Why is violence overlooked? Hey Tiana, what's going on? Daughter's in the building. Why is violence overlooked or minimized when whites are guilty? What's going on, Mind Games Uncut? I see you right there. Please do me a favor, hit that like and share. What is the one drop rule? What does that mean? Elaborate. I'm not sure what the one drop rule is. But I was just listening about a story that happened on the news about a Southwest passenger punching the teeth. There goes Walter. Chino, California. You got someone here in San Francisco, Walter. I don't know how far that is from Chino. But Chino is in the building. Appreciate you. Mind Games. This passenger punched the lady out, even though on the video it shows her with the mask on. They claim that she was angry because she didn't want to wear the mask, so she punched the lady. But somebody had to get in between her because she was going to continue hitting this lady for doing her job. Then, of course, you have January 6th, where you have Republicans that are trying to block any prosecution of the people that stormed the Capitol. He said that's an old-fashioned rule that allowed white people to keep mixed people enslaved, and when slaves were freed, white people utilized it to deny rights of mixed black people. Didn't know that. Learn something new. Tell you, you're never too old to learn. You're never too small. You're never too young to teach. Did not know that. We're gonna have to do some more research on that. It's called the one drop rule that allowed white people to keep mixed people enslaved when slaves were freed, because I guess they would try to say they're not really black, or they're sort of family members. So what you're saying is they kept a lot of mixed chicks around. You know what I'm saying? Kept y'all enslaved. You heard about it? I forget where the flight was going, but you said you heard of based on racism. Okay. You said the black community was traditionally held to it as well. So that's why why I was raised as a light skinned black woman, not a mixed woman. Okay. Because you're saying there's a difference between being a mixed child and a light skinned black woman. Or a mixed woman. That's what they say. They said Thomas Jefferson had children by slaves, and those are the forefathers, the founding fathers, however you want to call them. So white people didn't want to muddy what they thought was their pure blood with any black blood. Oh, okay. I got you. I got you. Because they can't. It's mixed, but it will never. If you say mixed, that means you have to acknowledge there's white. But if you say light skin black, you just say they're just black, just kind of a different shade. Yeah, I mean, I can see that argument as well. You said nowadays the younger mixed people want to separate themselves from being just one or the other. They want to be seen as mixed, not one race. You know, I mean, I know Tiger Woods did it, and I think Naomi, what is her last name? And I don't like how they're treating her. I don't know if she has something in her contract that says she has to um, participate in every, you know, major competition or whatnot. But I think that's another black rule. But when they don't want to be, you know, considered black because of the stigma, they're like, oh no, what about the Asian side? What about the white side? The rich white kid who went out gang banging, killed a guy, and got off. I don't know about that story. You have to send me a link on that one. Talking about Takashi 69. But I mean, the thing is, whenever violence happens when it's white people, it's never vilified. I mean, perfect example, when that guy killed, I want to say her name was Shanann. It was a weird first name. You know, they gave this dude all the benefit of the doubt that he didn't kill her. You know, I think at some point he was like, "Hey, Shanann, come home. The kids miss you," or something like that. And he knew he killed her, but they had the nicest pictures and treated him well. Now this black guy, black father, beat a child molester to death, and all they could show is his mugshot. Now he's defending his daughter's honor, livelihood, welfare, and he's a villain. This guy decides he just want to end somebody's life. He gets the benefit of the doubt. What's going on, Joe? Topic tonight, I don't know if you can see it. I know you got some input for it. Why? Why is violence overlooked or minimized when whites are guilty? Why is violence overlooked or minimized when whites are guilty? North Carolina's in the building. Come on. White people get away with murder because the racist power structure will never see us as equal. So why should one of theirs be punished the same way we get punished? No argument there. No lies told. No lies told. Look at your boy George Zimmerman, still walking around free. And everybody know he murdered Trayvon Martin. Everyone knows that. He's still walking around free. Have all the evidence needed to convict that man. No, they're still trying to determine what the sentence is going to be with the George Floyd situation. Now, they can't figure that out. How long does it take for them to figure that part out? Oh, for the men, just to let y'all know, the men in Georgia, local men, I got to get this stuff since they're opening up everything. Got to get the men's fellowship back up. You know what I do. Got to pick some restaurants and we got to break bread. You know. COVID had it on the shelf for a little bit, but we got to reactivate it. So, maybe your first time, breaking bread with Mind Games Uncut. But got some other people, that will be first timers on it. We got to get together, and I'll send you the information on that. He said it's because it was told in the Bible, we as Israelites got to go through this. Okay, so you think it's a journey or a trial that we have been foretold that it's supposed to happen, destiny, that kind of thing. They also believe that black men in particular are inherently violent, and incapable of avoiding confrontations. By believing that, they could continue to justify the violence that is perpetrated. Absolutely. Another point, whereas to that point, and piggyback off of that, is that there's a tiger that was loose. I don't know if you've ever encountered a tiger. I've never encountered a tiger, and I can't imagine what the feeling you would have if you were face to face with a tiger. Cop did not shoot that tiger. Let that be Trayvon Martin with some Arizona iced tea and some Skittles. He could have unloaded his whole clip. He said it's prophecy. Got you. And he used to say stuff like, it ain't a threat or a promise. It's prophecy. It's going to happen. Got you. mean, all these violent acts, but it never leaves a stigma on them that they are violent. All this evidence, all this history of violence, don't have a stigma of violence. But I should be okay with saying, well, that I am a powder keg and I'm ready to strike. Yeah, black people need to handle Zimmerman. I'm going to leave it just like that. He's still got to answer to one. But yeah, people kill people every day. Why is he still breathing? That's all I'm saying. So there's a study done where they measured white cops for racism, and if they viewed black people as apes, every white cop that saw black people as apes also had a use of force case against them with young black men. Oh, I know a bunch of them. Went to the academy with them. Was in a motorcycle club with them. Because they think they can say some politically correct things and it's going to cover the racist nature. It's only a matter of time that it's going to come out. And the biggest one that kills me is when they think minorities are impervious or immune to that. That there's no way a minority, not black, but another minority, Mexican, Asian, can't possibly be racist or have racist tendencies. I mean, you see Tim Scott and Kamala Harris. Racist, I don't know what. And they're black. But they could only lie for so long. He said Zechariah 11:5-7, read that and tell you. I didn't know you was a Bible scholar, Joe. I'm gonna need you to come in on Mondays. We gotta do some talking now. You're over there quoting Bible scriptures now. Said, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty, that they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. For I will no more pity the inhabitants of the land, saith the Lord, but lo, I will deliver the men every one into his neighbor's hand, and into the hand of his king, that they shall smite the land, and out of their hand I will not deliver them. I will feed the flock of slaughter, even you, O poor of the flock. And I took unto me 2 staves, that one beauty and the other called bands. I fed the flock. Is that what you wanted me to read, that part? No. You wanted to read 5-7. This is 11. 5 through 7, right? Okay, that was 7 right there. Okay. Yeah, I got another Israelite I know. I mess with her all the time. Light skin. But definitely welcome all to have discussions. Sometimes Israelites can be a little pushy, but there's no fear over here. Yeah, caught up hating other minorities. I seen this video where this young black guy, he had to be like 20, 21, was videotaping an older Asian guy where he was admittedly saying he felt that the black guy was doing something wrong, and he was openly saying I am racist, saying the N word, all kind of stuff, because he was a store owner and he wanted a guy to leave the like mall looking shopping center area, and got him on tape, saying all kind of craziness. Um, and I want to say either the mall had to shut that guy's store down, or they had some type of dealings with the guy. He said they truly believe the fallacy that they put forth in that all minorities hate each other. That's what the white power structure worked hard to create. How can we rise against racist whites if we are caught up hating other minorities? Yep. Divide and conquer. It's like 12% of us, 5% of them is still not more than the 50%. And it's probably even more than that. This thing is getting too much. He said, why do white people get away with saying how they felt and getting away with it? What do you mean felt? He said, I'm not that camp type Israelite. I do it different. I don't agree with those camps to be on the street. Yeah, yeah. They be kind of pushy, or screaming, read this and stop and start and continue. And I'm like, why are you looking crazy? You got them funny outfits on and have those stance like prison photos, and they're in the b-boy stance, but that's just me. If you like weird clothing, so be it. I think the Masons, they wear some weird clothing, look like an apron. You not with that? Oh man, there was one dude. He blocked me and unfriended me. But when we had our it was a southeastern frontier in Jacksonville, and I was sitting there chopping it up with a chapter member, and he was on the corner, and I thought that was him. I had the opportunity to confront him, and didn't know it was him. But later on, he said, "Oh, I thought I saw you," and I was like, "I thought I saw you too." We were maybe 12 feet away from each other. Didn't know it was him screaming on the corner, preaching. He said, "We could type more. You remember in school it was bad as well." Yeah. Uh-oh. What you mean until you found the truth? So I thought Masons were all about truth and knowledge and learning. Masons are not about the truth. So black people are too divided. Whites stay on code, even the ones who don't like each other. Some. I say, to me, I don't like when people are like, oh, well, there's no such thing as black unity, like there's such thing as white unity. White people kill white people too. They're just in power, That's it. And there's more of them than everybody else in this country. If you look on a world setting, they're the minority. But on the U.S. setting and the English setting, they're the majority. Whites in power is white unity. Nah, not really. Good question, and here's the answer. They're total cowards because instead of admitting their wrongdoing, they play victim. Hmm, I see your point. So you can't colonize that many nations and not be more united. Well, yes, you can. You just be more wicked. You know what I mean? So now I had to let that go. Even though Black Mason is not the same as White Mason, you still worship the same false god. Black Mason just don't have the power. Oh, I didn't know it was different. I thought they were all the same. Look at this one. You know, and he's just gonna stay here. You wanna be on the show, Smokey? Hmm? Introduce Smokey. He just wants to get rubbed. I'll let him know who we are. Hmm? Tell him your name. Tell me your name. What happened? I don't know what he's looking at. It's all false gods. Got you. I don't like the little apron thing. It looks weird. But I know a lot of them that talk about like hidden code, and they usually are part of the fraternity stuff too. And as much as I like the brotherhood and fraternities, I'm not with all the Greek worship. Like they worship Greek um, culture, like Black Greek. I don't know. Not they're gonna claim to know. Like, you gonna put your butt in my face, really? That's what we're doing? That's what we're doing? Mm, really? All that? All that? No, I can't get you a headset. What? Wait a second. Boy, FHO's up there in Memphis. Mm-hmm. Oh, you over here on YouTube now. Yeah, he will not leave me alone. Like, he loves my shoulder for some reason. He just wants to sit there. Mm-mm-mm. No, I can't take the headset off. Sorry. Like what? What? Hmm? You hungry? No. Text her real quick. Are you gonna bite me now? How do we create an economic base? You said we have no economic base. What? What? Hmm? What? You gonna go down? Go down? You gonna get down? Well, you hear mommy coming. And then you gonna get in trouble. So your whole family have been in it. They taught you. The topic is why is violence overlooked or minimized when whites are guilty? True. But you see Republicans blocking black. Bruce, what's going on? Topic tonight is why is violence overlooked or minimized when whites are guilty? Hello? Thought it was calling. It's not even calling. It took 10 years just for it to call. Yep. Can you get Smokey? Can you get Smokey? Okay. Gotcha. But so I didn't know I was gonna get co-star today, but I'm out here because they won't show how they messed up. Yeah, I mean, look at all these different instances, um, that they always try to come up with an excuse why, all these Karens out there. They supposedly got a thing where now no one's naming their daughters Karen anymore because we keep calling crazy white women Karen. Mm-hmm. Okay. Go be your sister. And this is my daughter. Thank you, Ryan. Oh, shoot. Y'all probably couldn't even hear me. Could y'all hear me? I had the darn mic thing up. I didn't even see it. Didn't realize it was up there. But yeah, you talk about both Democrats and Republicans. I know the Republicans keep blocking and creating all this voter suppression. That's not Democrats doing that. That's Republicans, and that's all over the country, not just in Georgia. Coming up with all these voter suppression laws for all you Trump voters, all you Republican voters. And I know, I messaged you on that one, Mind Games, is that you keep saying Democrats and Republicans, but you have never had a show just specifically, talking about the Republicans. The only time you say anything negative about Republicans, you got to mention Democrats too. So I noticed. You said white folk kill way more people than us. They still say we 13% of the population, but we compromise more buying power than anybody we comprise more buy. We don't have their wealth, but we have more spending power. We are the majority of black people, just don't know it. Right, because it took them a couple years for it. Turn up your volume. Yeah, my bad. I had the mic up top, so it wasn't next to it wasn't set up right. I don't know what I was thinking because Smokey had me all turned around. But he said Democrats create low-key violence like sending people to correctional facility on a whim. Violence against Cosby was all Democratic. Nah, I don't think it was all Democratic, but I do think they were the major part of it because of the Me Too and all that, which is garbage. But I don't think Republicans were coming to his defense. Okay, so you can hear me now. Cool, appreciate that, Walter. Um, yeah, Cosby's innocent. I'll say that till I'm blue in the face. Cosby's innocent. He is only guilty of being black and rich. I mean, have they arrested Charlie Sheen yet? Talk about stuff. This dude said he knows he's HIV positive and he knows he's having unprotected sex with all those drug addict women, and nobody cared about that. You know, Robert Downey Jr. was getting caught with cocaine every other month. I think he might have spent a day in jail. Anybody else? They'll be in jail for life. They'll call him a habitual criminal or a career criminal, and they wouldn't have seen the light of day. He got like a week in jail or something. Right. So I'm like, that's why I said I can't agree with 100% that it was just Democrats that went against Cosby. It's like, nah, Republicans were cool with that too. Anytime you get yes. And I know that I didn't know. I thought you left. I didn't see you say anything. But let me clean that up a little bit. I'm not saying women who have been actually raped and molested are garbage. What's going on, Derek? But every one of those women who claim that Bill Cosby raped them are full of crap. Are full of crap. The co-owner, the co-founder of the Me Too movement, not not the redhead, but I think it was, what was the other girl's name? That she even didn't she separated herself from her. That she molested a young boy. She should be in jail, but she's still walking around because it's a girl versus boy. Nah, no problem with that. You said Central Park 5 versus white college rapists that got off. Yeah, the dude that raped the girl behind the trash can or whatever, and because he was white, he got off on that. You know, you said a little. Democrats ain't giving no tangibles to blacks. Republicans ain't giving no tangibles to blacks. Like I said, I'm gonna get on you. You keep just jumping on Democrats. You kind of let the slave master Republicans off with a pass. Cosby was, they made an example of him, but yeah, they are full of it. You said because to them the AAPI community are not. Oh, Asian American Pacific Islander are not a threat. Yeah, they didn't mind it as long as it's not black. That's how racist they are against blacks. Is that they'll allow Asian protection before black protection. But did that explain what I meant when I said Me Too garbage? There's no one other than, not even Bill Cosby could tell me he was guilty of what. No, we don't. You talking about some we know Republicans ain't gonna give us nothing. They let you know up front. Democrats tell black people what they want to hear and hype them up to get their vote. Which does not make sense. If you say we know Republicans ain't giving us that, why would you give them your vote? Help me understand that one. Absolutely. Opposite of Tyler Perry, who ain't launched nobody's career, but give them minimum wage jobs, and people are like, hey, he should be applauded for that crap. What the Democrats given us, they haven't given us much. But at least there are people actually in. You know, you had the Stacey Abrams. Um, you have people that are actually, you have Barack Obama. You have um, blackface. Not, Republicans do have Tim Scott, but right. So yeah, that's what I want to say. I'm not talking about the actual movement. I'm talking about the fanaticism when it's like believe a girl no matter what. Because on that point, there's some dude that says Mary J. Blige used to molest him when he was a child. Without any proof, we should believe this guy like they were believing all these women. Like, believe him. If they said it, it must have happened. You don't need proof. Yeah, Robert Johnson, yeah. I mean, he got in trouble so many times for cocaine addiction, and they just, slap on the wrist. Um, I mean, he's a great actor. Like him as an actor. Didn't like the character Iron Man because he was a piece of crap, but Robert Downey Jr. is a great actor. A talented actor. He said Tyler Perry and Trump used similar methods. Elaborate on that one. And I mean, I think somebody told me it's like rape is not about sex or it's about control. That's half right. Because to me, I don't think it's a coincidence all these attractive women are getting raped. There's unattractive women getting raped too, but it's not at the same frequency. I think attraction has something to do with it. So I don't know from personal experience, but I'm just saying. I mean, matter of fact, when we was in the military, we get glasses issued to us that no one liked. Now they're popular. Everybody likes them, that style of glasses. But when we were in the military, nobody liked them glasses. They actually called them rape prevention glasses. RPGs. Because no woman would want to even rape you because of them glasses. You know what I'm talking about, Joe. So many women were hypocrites on the Mary J. Blige thing. Yeah. Because I guess her ex is getting, spousal support, and they don't like that. I'm white and I said so, law. That's what they used to say all these years. Rape isn't about looks. Yes, it is. It's not all about looks, but it plays a part in it. When clown gets rejected by this attractive girl that won't give him the time of day, it wasn't because she was ugly. It was because she was above his league. So looks played a part in it. So one thing I want you to understand, they did this legislator for Asians because of the dealings with China. They're saying your people here and we're gonna look out for them. It's all about catering to the Asian vote. They're getting 59 million from this bill, and we can't get poo poo. They're not literally getting 59 million, but they're getting legislation that costs money. I'm assuming, and it's why some of that money was put Okay, but I'm pretty sure you voted for Trump in 16. Pretty sure. Probably voted for him in 2020. You know what I'm saying? Well, we gotta get on him. I'm not gonna lie. I am getting on Warnock now. I've had some early communication with him, and with his people anyway. And what about Stacey? Don't hate on Stacey. No, I'm not saying it for those cases, but and that's can be associated with that. I just don't like the when people like rape is nothing about looks or it's not about the sex, it's about something else. Unless you're a rapist, you really only can speculate. For real. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes people are so smart they're stupid. You know, because you think people are just like that those are the exceptions or what have you, but not the norm. You know, when they do the little kids, I don't think they're actually. Well, I don't know. I think even when they do the little kids, they're attracted to little kids. There's an attraction there, but there's no impulse control, and they keep going. You know, doing crap they shouldn't be doing. I voted for Biden. I ain't ashamed to say I voted for Biden. I'm not happy with some of the things he's doing, but I still voted for him. I was not voting for the orange man or somebody that wasn't going to be competitive. I mean, Sanders is still my boy, but there was a female that I wanted to vote for, or I did vote for, but right after I voted for her, she freaking dropped out of the race. Can't remember her name, but I liked her platform. I heard R. Kelly got out of jail. I'm like, yay, because he's the greatest. Uh, well, I mean, I think that's something that people like to say to make themselves feel better. I'm not speaking from a rape um, victim's perspective or whatnot, but to me, I think a lot of times they want to do that just to man hate. You know, because most of the time they're not talking about the women that are raping. Like, oh, girl is still free. They're not talking about her or the Mary Letourneau situation in Seattle, or the countless white women that have raped high school boys and they don't spend a day in jail. You know, um, they're not talking about that was power. Matter of fact, I don't think any woman who's raped a boy has ever been accused, well, it was about the power, that's why they did that. It's always been about the attraction. That the woman was lonely, the husband wasn't doing something, it's always on that tip. So I think sometimes people talk out the side of their neck and never challenge or question what is actually the core. You know what I mean? Because at the same time, I challenge people who say it's just about the power. It's like, why isn't it more random? They need to be held accountable. You said I'm speaking from a victim's perspective. Rapist doesn't have a gender. Women need to be held accountable. Right. But you tell me you tell me of one rape counseling center for men. Tell me one. Every city has got a women's shelter for battered women. Tell me one city that has one for men. I'll wait. When people even say rapist, they automatically say guy. Yeah, but I could not sit by, and I've voted it every year since Obama has been in. I voted for Obama the first time and the second time, and I voted for Hillary. Um, that I am gonna be active. I'm not gonna sit there on the sideline and not vote and then complain about who wins because I didn't even participate. You know, until we start saying we're gonna run, what can you? You really can't say much, to include myself. Until we say we're gonna run and replace some of these people who are too scary to do that, you know, you're really not saying nothing. Now, I do believe Instagram and Twitter is making it where people can't, you know, hide behind these walls and say, oh, we speak for the people, when people can reach out and touch you and say stuff and get your attention. Not holding women accountable is because the male dominated side doesn't want to view women as powerful. That's why they decide that they did it for weak emotional reasons. I agree that does play a part in it. Because I mean, look at Bonnie and Clyde. They refused to believe that Bonnie was actually the mastermind behind it, and that's some stupidity. You know, granted they both died in a hail of bullets, but plenty of people were telling them no, it's Bonnie. Bonnie is the one, and they're like, nope, Clyde made her do it. He's like, hold on, I'm not voting because TMH got this. The Most High got you. And biblically, you should not put anyone above you. You sound like a Jehovah Witness now. Talking about you shouldn't do this. I think it's not killing my nose, so I can't win. Um, but but yeah, I'm gonna start looking into it. Like first, I gotta start step one. I gotta talk to my current leadership and see what we can do. You know, start get this reparation thing on. You know, nah, I'm not gonna watch that crap. Nah, I can't do it. That buck breaking movie, nah. There's a couple movies I haven't even watched. The one I think Nat Turner did. It's Nat Turner. Nate Turner. Nate Turner. Um, the one was like 10 Years a Slave, something crap like that. He said, "Hell no, not with that." I can't watch that movie. Oh, there is one in Tennessee. You said there's a rape counseling center for men in Tennessee. I'm gonna have to do some research on that. They actually have something for men. I'm surprised. Because I know personally, if you want to talk about victim, I know personally I was assaulted by a female and they did absolutely nothing. Took it all the way to the court and they did absolutely nothing. Because I'm a big black guy and she's a white woman. And they did every kind of explanation. Well, she didn't really strike you. She just kind of put her hand on your shoulder, and, and you took it the wrong way. So we can't really do much about that. But had she said that about me, I'd probably still be in prison right now, just on her word. Okay, cool. Thanks you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Well, it's about that time. I appreciate everybody here, their contribution to the show. Shout out to Joe, Walter, Derek. Slightly annoyed mixed chick. Mind Games Uncut. Oh, you complain. You just complain about Democrats. You don't ever complain about Republicans. So that's not the truth. You complain a lot. Tell me where who live. Who can you chat with? Alright, big man, I see you. You know, remember what I say. You don't have to think like me, but you do have to think. You're never too old to learn. You're never too young to teach. We can always agree to disagree. And like I said, I learned something tonight, you know, and hopefully you learned something as well. And we're going to keep growing every day. Every day you learn, so you should strive to learn something new. That's my take on that. I appreciate you guys. Have an awesome weekend. Enjoy family. Y'all know how to hit me up, man. Oh, got you. I appreciate you slightly. Yeah. It's a long story. I'm gonna have to hit you up offline on that one, cause yeah, it's a lot to that. You know, my wife had to control herself on that one, for real. They try to play games on that, and it involves the church. So yeah. But anyways, love y'all. There's nothing y'all can do about it. Enjoy family. Have an awesome weekend. I'll see y'all Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with a religious topic. Don't want to miss it. I'm going to come up with a hot one, you know, and we guys keep this moving. Look forward or stay tuned. Some things I got in the background I'm working on that hopefully will come to some fruition soon. Stay tuned. I will see y'all on Monday. Chico out.